Let me see here. Jimmy Valmer. The one who be from underground sea, but we don't know his way. He sees some way via Tabi and Santanas. And he is the one we must not see it. He is not a good way. He see. He come and see, and then he see. And he go there and he say, and now we get stole. He is a jerk. We don't like him. He's a nerd. We see. He has to come and see us with nothing, and then see. He's a piece of dog shit. He can't even see a way we see. And I said, why don't you see that? He goes, oh, I can't see that. I'm a retard that smokes rocks. And I said, fuck you, in the hole behind. He was there. I know what he sees that time. And he goes, fuck you. And I see it. And I say, fuck that. We don't see anyway. We know we are it. They don't see. We don't see no way. They see. And here we were. I say, fuck you. And he doesn't see a way I see it. When we see. And he goes, fuck that. And we don't see anyway. So now I see. If I see, they see me. I have to see it like illegally. And I have to attack Craigslist. So, fuck. And we go, hey man, don't do it. And you know what? We thinking we do it. So we know this is real, and it's up, down, left, right, select, start, BABA, etc. We already knew that. We see it, and we go, well, now what? Her mom, right? She says, just tell him lies. Just if you know which one he was. And we see it, and we don't think that's a lie. We go, okay. Well, now what do we do about that? And so we decided to start lying, just in general, and we'll figure out how to see it. And he goes, okay, well, let's do it. We didn't do it. What we did is we just kept lying because we forgot. And then I go, weren't we supposed to remember? And he goes, yeah. Okay, so what we did is we went back, we got some of these announcements, and we went, okay, it's this one, and we switched it. And we did the whole thing. We make sure our manuscripts are in decline, so there's no value. And we go, fuck these guys. And we went over there, and we fucked them. And we didn't even do it because they're a bitch. And I said, hey, we're that. And he goes, oh man, we are. That's not good. He goes, no, we're worse than that. So this is basically what happens. We become it. It's the only defense. There's no way. We don't understand why there's no defense to it, but then I see. He's a little girl, and all he does is go there and see it, like a nasty hoe. And I said, man, that's fucking dirty. Dirty as fuck. And that's what they do to us, and that's what they see, and nobody sees it. And he goes, well, now what? He's literally what they were. And he goes, yeah, well, not now. I wasn't like that before. I didn't plot it. He says, yeah, that's my entire point. We did plot it, and now we look like it. And he goes, well, now what do we do? And he says, I don't see it. He says, well, what do we do about it? He says, I'm not going to see it. So what we did is we decided we were going to choose a new way to see it, and he wasn't going to be a part of this way because he has to be away, and we don't see it. One time he came up, and I was like, hey, and I said, you want to suck my dick, you fuck boy? And he was like, yeah, I will, and he did it because he's and I said, come on, let's see this action. It wasn't real. I'm just fucking with you because you're a little stupid kid. Anyways, what I'm talking about is one time he decided we were it, and he said, what if I did that? And we knew what he meant. And so here's the problem. Now we're looking at each other in a standoff way, and we don't like it. And he must think you're going to tell him what it is, but he could also be it now. So we came up with this new way where we don't see. What we do is we know this is going on, we don't see it. And I said, this is the worst way yet. We've been worried about it for years now. And he said, come on, man. If you know exactly what they see when we see this up-down way with it, and we see this, where he is somehow here, and that's what we see. Someone said it's at. And he goes, I don't see it, spaceman. And he goes, okay, fine. He goes, it's still at, but you don't see it. So he comes to my shit, and I say, why you here? And he sees me. Oh, well, I thought I would be cool if I came with them. And he says, you ain't cool. Get out. He says, yes, cool would be okay, but not you. So what happened, right, is he's like, fuck them. And so what he does is he throws a party and we aren't invited. So what do? We do not go. And this is it. You don't understand. See, now there's a divide between it and us. And he sees that and we go, okay, you know what to do? We don't see. And he goes, okay, let's not even look at it. We're going to pretend this didn't happen. We just go, yeah, whatever. It was like that, dog, and we weren't right, but we ain't going to see it now. So that's what we did. And guess what? He flipped the fuck back out. So he's mad now because we aren't even bringing it up because we're supposed to, I guess. And so now we're like, well, why is he talking about it? So here's the thing. It's exactly like he is what they were now. And here's the thing. He already is. So we're like, you know what? We have made a mistake here. It appears that we have included one of them in our group, and it was because we thought he was of a higher learning standing, but maybe he's just one of them just the same. So we had this thing where we did indeed consume, and he was not okay at all. So we've been thinking about this, and we went back and we looked to see what if he's high or low on like some charts. And you know what? Almost every time he's low, and then this one time he's completely erratical. So we were thinking about it for a long time, and he goes, you know what? We have to make this something we don't see it. He says, we already did see it. Do you remember here in the beginning? This was from all of our research paper days. He goes, okay, fine. He's like, look, man, before we did this, we were doing that. I get it. He's like, look, I don't want to bring that over here because it looks like we're getting ready to interrogate the CIA. He goes, okay, fine, look, we're not going to do that. What we're going to do is we're going to have a plan where we don't see what they see us, but we have to see a way they see us. So here's the thing. We don't get it. Now we don't see our own plan. Basically, that's how it works, and that's how it's going. So in this one, he tries to pick a fight. So what we did is see, and we go, okay, he's not going to be able to see. In this one, he tries to see a way we see, and he does, but we don't let him see in the end. It took a long time for us to realize this character is literally one-dimensional and we really see it. And we go, this isn't good. And he goes, okay, you know what? We got to see that. And he goes, no, we can't see it. It's what they were. He's like, but dude, we got to see it because of the fucking spaceship. He goes, no, we don't. And he goes, okay, well, look, what is our job as record keepers? Isn't this exactly what we do? And he said, look, stop being a little bitch, like you're in plaid checkerboards or something. And then he doesn't even look at me. So one time I went over there and I said, you know what? He's it now. And then we were looking at each other this way. It's been too long now. We said, look, he's the one. And we don't even look at him. And he doesn't even know the way we see it. It's the way we say. And we don't know a way. And it's the way we were. He doesn't see. He doesn't know anyways. So what he does is he gets out and he says we, and then I say no, and then one time we fire gunshots. It's not a way we see, but sometimes we see it. You know, sometimes it's just a crazy guy we saw down the street and he was up to something, and now he's hearing somebody fire a shot. So this just happens. It's not a thing we see. I mean, it's the Outback really. So we, sometimes. So anyways, it's like that. So anyways, so like come out here. We'll show you a way. And anyways, he was like, no way. So anyways, we see. So he doesn't come. So it's a long time in order now, and we're like, this guy's a fucking fruit casket. And so we got rid of him. So and this it took a long time, and he was the exact way it was. We realized, did we get rid of him? And we said, no way. Did he walk right back up? He said, yeah. He literally came like the next day like he was invisible. We didn't even know what to see, man. We were like, hey, this guy isn't still alive. We know it. And he goes, why is he here right now? And he goes, how did he die? He fell off a cliff. We know he's dead. And he walked back up the next day like he didn't fall off a cliff. And he goes, okay, well, I don't know what to do. He says, okay, so it's been going on forever now. You understand, this is the issue. They're from the underground. We can't get rid of them. And they're just some guy we don't see. He says, okay, look, I don't care. I don't care what we see. But we have to see this way, and there's no way we see it when we see these ways. He goes, okay, look, man, they make the record. We're making the record. The record, okay, let's make the record. We'll make the record. Fine. See, this is the mistake, the record. He says, okay, look, we're not making a mistake by making a record. He says, yes, we are, because we see it. He says, okay, no. No. He's like, okay, what we have to do is we have to see the same way they see it, and it's not the way we see it, and this is the way we say. He goes through the whole thing top to bottom. He goes, okay, maybe we do see it way. And he goes, yes, this is the issue. He is not here anymore. He'll be back tomorrow. What do? Do we get rid of it? Do we get rid of it again? Do we prove this? And like, we can do that. He's like, no, you can't do that. That's fucking illegal. He's like, no, look, because how else do we see it? He says, that's my entire point. It's like, what do we do about this? I don't want to make a record of we didn't do anything. He's like, holy shit, you're right about it. He's like, this isn't good. He's like, no, this is fucking bitch move. He's like, yeah, that's my entire point. We don't do this. He's like, look, okay, what we should do is go back to the start, and when he comes, we will handcuff him. We'll see what he does. No, look, now we flew in the coop. He's like, no, we don't do that. We don't flew in the coop. He's like, no, look, okay. He's like, we don't do this here. I just want you to know that you never tied anybody up out in these woods. He's like, well, okay, fine. Look, we just don't do that. You understand? He's like, okay, I got it. So what do we do? He's like, look, man, you don't see. He's like, okay, man, look, we are seeing it right now. He's like, yeah, that's my entire point. We don't see it. We see this way and we don't see a way. He's like, okay, look, he's not like a man. You understand? He's not like a man. He thinks he's a kid we see. He comes here to play games. I said, okay, I got it. And we know it. He's like, okay, great. He's like, look, we got a problem. This is exactly what the problem is. He keeps coming here to see us. So here they are with this thing, and they've done this 100 times. And he just comes here, and he 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 comes here. And half of the time, there's some, fiat. It's not a big way, but, sometimes we do it too just to have fun. And he goes, yeah, that's the entire point. We can't draw the line between what we do when it's fun and what they do when they're falling over stupid, retarded, drunk, high, etc. He's like, look, I got it. He's like, look, we do it. I know that. You see, we can't get out of this. Yes, that's my exact point. We can't get out of it. How did he know that then is what I wanted to know the entire time. How does he know that you have to look like you see it, but you don't see? That's what I wanted to know. He can't see us now. He knows that they're closing in, but he wants them to. That's what the difference is. He's ready. They aren't making it. Don't you understand? They don't even see that way anymore. And he will just sit there until they come because they're a stupid bitch. And he's going to prove it because he has a plan. That's my entire point. He did. Yes, he did. See, we aren't it. That's my entire point. We can't be it now because we're stupid to it. He's like, look, man. He's like, you're going to do this thing. He'll just yell at you now. That's my entire point. He can already see what they were when they don't see the way we see it. He's like, look, man, he said that guy was Satan. Yeah, I know he did. That's my entire point. He can see exactly who he sees. What the problem is that they haven't established themselves as being somewhat standoffish. That's my entire point. They're always nice and like a little baby. That's exactly my point. He's like, look, they are that. That is the entire point. And these people emulate it, and that's fucking weird. He's like, they have to stick in. That's my entire point. They aren't anything but stick in.